time for Nerdgasm.
Hey, what's up guys? Jerry here, aka Barnacules, and in this episode of Jerry Rigged, I'm going to show you guys how to remove stickers from your used game purchases, or in my case, they have Microsoft not for resale stickers because I bought them from the company store when I worked there. But I digress. I want to remove these stickers because the boxes look a lot nicer without them, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it with nothing but an espresso machine. Stay tuned. Now these stickers in particular are very, very hard to remove, and they're actually on the plastic cellophane you can see here. So you can't just pull out the insert and print a new one. So to get it off of that cellophane, the best way to do that is with steam. Now I found that the steaming wand on an espresso machine works perfectly for removing those stickers, because not only does it give you steam, it gives you steam under pressure that you can direct under the edge of the sticker. Now honestly, any source of steam is going to work good, but I find that the espresso machine just works that much better. Alright, so my espresso machine here is a Breville, and I actually have a video linked down in the video description that I did a long time ago that actually has a rare appearance from Xander in it. You guys should check that out. Alright, so now that we have the machine heated up here to 200 degrees, I'm going to go ahead and check and see that we got good steam coming out of here. We do. Now the interesting thing about the steam is it's warm down here, but as you get closer to the nozzle, it gets blistering hot. That steam cools off very, very quick, but it gives you a lot of control. Alright, we're going to start off with Halo 4. So the first thing you want to do is open up the box to get the cellophane to release, and then pull out the box art. Now the reason you want to do that is the steam will find a way to get up under that cellophane, and then everything's going to get wet and you'll ruin your box art, and that kind of negates the whole purpose. Okay, so all that you're left with now is the cellophane with the sticker on it. Now some of you might be wondering, why not just buy another box and transfer everything over? It's because a lot of these come with multiple discs and have different types of inserts and clips that you don't get on the other types of boxes, and sometimes they're off by a little bit of a shade on the color. You could do that, but I just find that actually removing this and keeping the original box is nicer. Alright, so now we're going to position this up under the nozzle and get the steam going. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is just position it so that it's spraying right along the edge, and lift it up, and just keep that steam on it, and you'll see an edge start to lift when the glue gives out. There we go. There, the edge is starting to lift. There we go, just keeping that pressure on it. Careful not to touch the nozzle to the end. It will actually melt through the plastic. You can see it's just releasing all that glue. And then once you get it to about there, what you want to do is pull it away from the steam. Just give it a little bit of a pull. Put it back under there and just slowly pull on it with light pressure. Careful not to burn your fingers, but the steam does cool off very quickly. And there you have it. With zero effort, we just removed the label. Now Microsoft thought it'd be funny to actually put Microsoft employee stickers even on the inserts for like the documentation in the free games. Like here's a free unused code for, it looks like Halo 3 ODST. So I might actually give this away over on Twitter, so make sure that you guys follow me over there if you're interested in getting this game. But I'm curious, can we steam the sticker off of cardboard without destroying the cardboard? Let's try. Gonna do the same as the case. Just keep a steady stream going right next to the edge of that sticker. Okay, the sticker's starting to bubble. Now keep in mind, you cannot get these stickers off with your fingers. I've tried. If you guys have ever seen one of these types of stickers, the glue on it is insane. Okay, so it's starting to lift. We're going to give it a nice little pull. It's still hanging on. Careful not to burn your fingies. You see the glue is starting to give out. Now I'm barely pulling on this, just enough weight to get it moving. I'm actually kind of surprised that worked, guys. Look at that. Now there's still a little bit of leftover glue there that I could probably just clean off with a little bit of alcohol or a little bit of Windex. But wow, that worked remarkably well. All right, I went ahead and dried off our Halo case, but you can see there's still sticky residue that's on there. I'm going to try using a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to clean it off. All right, with a little bit of elbow grease, most of the stickiness is now gone. Now let's go ahead and reinsert our box art. Let's go ahead and lift up the cellophane. Nice and easy, slide her right in. that's hot. I just touched my arm on the nozzle. Whew, steam is hot. And there you have it, guys. Halo 4, no more sticker on the case. How cool is that? That worked great. Now let's see if it works with some Nintendo 64 cartridges. I have some that have these little price tags that have been on from garage sales forever. I'm going to use a little water. Now I don't want to get a bunch of water inside of the cartridge, so I'm going to try to highly focus the steam right there and let it drip off the bottom. Let's see how it works. Starts lifting the edge, just go back and forth. Just like steam and coffee. Stay away from the edge of the actual label though, because we don't want to peel back the original. Be patient. And there it is. Look at that. It's like it was never on there. You'd be surprised at how little water comes out with that steam too, at least on this machine in particular. Now be careful if you're using other steam sources like a steaming wand for clothes or something. Make sure that the temperature on it's not too high. Like right now, 200 degrees Fahrenheit is perfect. If you get too much more than that, you might actually start melting like the wax on the labels. But if you guys look at that, you can't ever tell that a sticker was on right there. Not even a little bit. And it didn't damage the original label at all because I didn't get the steam up under the edge. What about a Madden Sega Genesis cartridge that has "You Madden Bro" on the back? Now this one I don't care if I destroy, so we're just gonna go crazy. Ooh, it's hot. Woo! I completely ran across this method on accident. I've heard of steaming labels off before, but I've never heard of actually using an espresso machine wand. And it seems to work better than any other method I've tried. I mean, just look at that. That's crazy. You can't ever tell that a label was on that cartridge. I didn't even have to touch the label that time. Now I'd like to mention that the Microsoft company store labels are actually made out of like a plastic that tears pretty easily, and the adhesive on it is crazy. But you can see the adhesive, the steam just helps break it down a lot, and most of it stayed on the cartridge when we cleaned it off with alcohol. But these are designed to not, you cannot take these things off. I've picked at them for hours before and they do not come off. Like, you can get, like, you can eat away at the edge, you can damage the cellophane, but I've never been able to get these off, and now this method just does it very easily. Well, I'll be damned, that label is not budging, so there are certain adhesives that are used that the steam doesn't seem to break down. So your mileage may vary. Alright guys, well we learned a couple of things during this experiment, and that is that Microsoft did eventually wise up and come up with an adhesive that can't be removed with steam. I even tried using alcohol with no success. So the Project Gotham racing games, the label's damn near impossible to remove. If you guys have a method to get the new type of adhesive off here, please leave it down in the comments. I would love to know about it. But on the bright side, this method was able to seamlessly remove the labels from all of these games. Forza Motorsport 2, Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport 3, Forza Motorsport 4, Gears of War 2, Gears of War Judgment, and Gears of War, the original, and Halo 4. So I was able to get the labels off of all of these games, which is great because when you have a game in a collection, you don't really want a bunch of stickers on it. Now, this method obviously is primarily for removing stickers from like thrift stores and stuff like that for your game collections. Now, those stickers, the steam method is absolutely going to work because those aren't a security type sticker. But even on the security stickers, I was able to defeat them on the old games. Unfortunately, for some reason, the Project Gotham racing games, I don't know, Microsoft changed it up on the adhesive and that stuff's like super glue. I also was able to remove the labels from my Sega Genesis Madden cartridge and my WCW NWO Raw Nintendo 64 game without any problems and no damage to the original label. It looks like the wax layer on the paper protects it, so as long as you don't get the steam up under the edge of the actual label on the game cart, it won't dislodge. It'll just take the label off the surface, which works really good, and it worked great on paper and wax type labels. Now, the whole process for all of these games took me about a half an hour. I spent another half an hour trying to remove the labels that couldn't be taken off, but each one of these you can get the label off with the steam between a minute and maybe 2 minutes each to completely remove the label, and plus I removed some of the other markings that were on them. It worked really, really well, and I'm impressed. I hope you guys found this episode of Jerry Rigged useful. If you did, please slap a like on the video. Also, if you guys have any additional questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments section. As always, expand the video description. There's a lot of links in there that you can use to help the channel, as well as more information and questions and answers to commonly asked questions. Now, I can't tell you guys just yet why I removed the labels from these games, but don't worry, it wasn't to resell them. I know these aren't to be resold because they were bought from the Microsoft company store, but I did need the labels off them for something that I'm working on that's coming up that's not going to be on my channel. So you guys, stay tuned. All right, after all this hard work, I think I'm going to make myself a real coffee. Take it easy, guys, and until next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please take a moment and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. Also, come over to Twitter. I'm at Barnacules. I'm a real social guy. Also, if you have a couple of minutes, check out some of these many other videos. I made them myself.